Hello and welcome to Devlog 1, on my indie game about mushrooms. Last episode, we covered player movement and animations. Today, we'll be working on tileset design and visual design. Before we start, I'd like to thank everyone who suggested names in the comment section of the last video. We had some great suggestions, but I still haven't decided on a name. If you have any more ideas, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Anyway, back to the video. So, to build the level, I'll be using a tile set. If you don't know what a tile set is, it's basically a set of puzzle pieces, which you can use to build any sort of level. I recently got a sprite and thought it would be a good time to test how it works. After a short bit of work, I imported the tile set into Godot. To make my life a little easier in the future, I've decided to use something in Godot called terrains. This means whenever I draw, Godot will fill in the area with the corresponding tiles to make it much easier to design levels, and will just generally make my life easier in the future. I wasn't quite sure how terrains worked, so I spent ages putting in these negative ones and zeros. After recording this, I found out you can just use the paint function to make it so much easier. After playing around for quite a bit with the terrain, I decided I might need a background tileset to add some depth to the levels and hint where the player is supposed to go. After redesigning the tileset to be slightly darker and redoing the whole terrain, we finally got a good looking background. I had a vision in my head of some physics-based vines that react with the player or other things moving around them, similar to the ones in Animal World. After a bit of research online, I found the easiest way to do this would be to use rigid body 2D nodes and pin joint 2D nodes. By splitting the vine into physics-based sections and connecting them using pin joints, we're able to achieve this cool, realistic vine effect. And as you can see, it worked first try. Wait, don't look at that clip. It worked first try. I'm gonna be honest, I spent a good half hour walking back and forth through these vines because I was so happy with how it looked. Next, I wanted to add some grass which moved when you walked into it. I found this useful Reddit thread with a user having a similar problem to me. After trying to figure out how the shader worked for a while, I decided the best thing to do was to give up. If anyone out there could show me how this works in Godot 4.0, I'd be very grateful. I wanted to add some elements closer to the camera, like in games like Hollow Knight. I spent a while brainstorming on how I could do this with my pixel art style. I eventually discovered the Polygon 2D node. I could use this to make shapes which translated pretty well to pixel art. Combining this with a canvas layer node and some pixel art plants, I was able to make this cool looking parallax effect. I was really happy with how it was looking, and I knew I needed more parallax layers on the background, so I made some on Sprite and imported them into Godot. Now, I came up with my second issue, this horrible jittery background when you move around. If anyone knows any workarounds to this, please let me know. But so far, I'm happy with the progress I've made. As always, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.